The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming, it's springtime. And you know what that means? It's time for another type of episode of the Gaming Trouge. But this one's going to be a little bit of a different episode, given the fact that we're outside, and it's going to be a top 5. I know that I don't really do top 5s as much, but I want to start doing more of them. So sit back with your favorite bottle of Pepsi, and let's go over my top 5 Sonic the Hedgehog games. Dang it. Top 5 Sonic the Hedgehog games. It's kind of hard to do a number 5 with holding a lid.
Fams can be scary. I just got out of the Spire Fandom. But one fandom that I feel like it's the most scariest to state my opinions is in Sonic the Hedgehogs. Because, oh my gosh, a lot of people love and hate a lot of Sonic's video games. And if you don't say their right opinion, then you'll get ridiculed for it in the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom. I'm kind of a high ticket when it comes to this. I have a lot of unpopular Sonic opinions. And that does include my top 5 Sonic the Hedgehog video games. We're going to be going over the main series of Sonic the Hedgehog today. We're not going to be doing any spin-off games or the like, so like Sonic Team Racing and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games will not be on this list, just so we can narrow it down to the games that actually star the blue lore. And keep this in mind, this is also my opinion. If you guys have any opinions, feel free to throw them down below, but this is about me, myself, and oh wait, I. But without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. There was something magical when you boot up a game and the first thing you hear is this. Yep, after all these years later, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 still remains in my top 5 Sonic the Hedgehog games. It being the first ever Sonic the Hedgehog game I've ever played, and even recently reviewing the game, I still love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Its fast-paced gameplay, its music, its characters, and the bosses, everything about this game just screams Sonic the Hedgehog to me. From Emerald Hill Zone to Chemical Plants, all these stages just make me have a big smile on my face. Even if the difficulty spikes up from time to time, I still enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's one of my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games, and it was thanks to this game by itself is why I became a Sonic fan to begin with. Number 4! Huh, that was pretty good. Oh wait, what's the next one? Oh, I could definitely see the fans right now. It may not be the most popular opinion, but I honestly stand by Sonic Forces is actually a pretty solid game when you get down to it. Sure, classic Sonic is bogus for showing up here in a 3D story again, but you know what? Despite what I think of classic Sonic, there was one other character that basically made me a fan of this game. Myself. Yeah, the created character is amazing in this game. I love the created character here. So it's not the best created character in any game. I've definitely played my fair share of those. It is still one of the best moments of this game was when you get to blast around as your created character. I personally love it. I cannot hate it. And you know what? Modern Sonic controls beautifully too. I honestly think that he controls pretty well. My only real gripe with this game is that the levels can be short as heck sometimes. The more darker story is definitely probably a turnoff for those that like the happy-go-lucky Sonic the Hedgehog stories, but honestly, I'm all here for it. I like seeing actual stakes happening within the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. And this scene right here always makes me smile.
Hey, that was great! We're like a well-oiled machine, fighting a well-oiled machine.
Huh?
So yeah, this might not be the most popular opinion, but you know what? I'm sticking with it, and I highly recommend trying it out. It's probably only $20 now, unless if you get it on sale. Number 3! There has been many swordsmen throughout history, but one swordsman stands up above the rest. Oh, ew, who is that guy? No, get him out of here. This is the one I was talking about. The Sonic the Hedgehog isekai that all of us wanted but none of us asked for. This is Sonic and the Black Knight, and it is the most underrated Nintendo Wii game I have ever seen in my entire life. Being a sequel to Sonic and the Secret Range, which I don't care what anyone says, that game was horrible, Black Knight was if they went and actually tried to make a Nintendo Wii exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog game. Setting him in the world of King Arthur, Sonic must go and stop King Arthur from taking over the world thanks to the evil power of the scabbard. I do have to admit that it's kind of funny that he got taken over by a scabbard rather than a sword. The irony. With the help of Calibur and a magical talking sword, as well as Sonic's other friends, this is one of the most ambitious Sonic adventures of all time. This game is on rails, which means Sonic will be moving constantly, but it's a lot more controlled here than it was in Sonic and the Secret Range, which is a godsend. Levels feel so big, and the gameplay feels like a big old mashup between The Legend of Zelda and Kingdom Hearts. Boss fights in this game are also really good also. Not too easy and not too hard, the right type of balance. And this game has the most phenomenal soundtrack I've ever heard of any of the Wii era Sonic the Hedgehog games. I mean, oh my gosh, this soundtrack slaps so much. There is another game that kind of outbeats it, though just by a hair, but this soundtrack is amazing and I listen to it as much as I can. If you have a Wii, which you probably have 12 of them, just look underneath your bed, then I highly recommend going to get this game, because this game is super fun. Number 2! Well, as a faithful YouTuber said in the year 2018,
you know, Unleashed was pretty great.
Yeah, I know I made the same joke in the review of this said game, but in actuality, what else can I actually say? My mother is proud of me. Sonic Unleashed is one of the best third-party games that the Nintendo Wii has ever gotten. And yes, I'm specifically talking about the Nintendo Wii version of the game. The Xbox 360 version is a version of a game that I did play for a little bit, but unfortunately I just could not see the appeal of the HD version other than the prettier visuals and the better hub world. But the Nintendo Wii version still holds supreme as one of the best versions of the game. But we'll get to that in a second. First off, the story in this game is very well told and well animated. All the characters feel alive and it feels like I'm watching a Disney Pixar movie. And also we need to protect Chip with our life. This character is precious. Gameplay wise, this was the first Sonic the Hedgehog game to introduce the boost formula, which is something that a lot of the other Sonic the Hedgehog games took note and still used even to this day. Despite what a lot of people think, I thought it was pretty good, especially in this game. It made every level feel like a rush of adrenaline and it's super awesome. Then when night falls, that's when you put in your Ender Kingdom Hearts fan and start beating the crap out of people with some light puzzle solving and some awesome battle music. I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent with this game. This was actually the first ever Sonic the Hedgehog game I've ever beaten, and it was the first one that made me jump for joy when I saw the end credits theme and the amazing song Endless Possibilities. I love this game. If you want me to gush even more about it, well, I've already did it. It was one of my very first ever reviews under this new banner, and so you guys can go check it out with the playlist below. But still, I think this game is a must-play for any Sonic fan that has a Nintendo Wii. Like I said, it's still underneath that bed. Number 1! Before I tell you guys what the number 1 pick is, let me start off with a little story, and it takes place in the summer of 2011. It was the summer that I turned 10. I was away playing some amazing games, and even playing some of the ones that I've played to death, like Super Smash Bros. Melee, and so on and so forth. But then, one fateful day, our landlord sold our house underneath us, which meant that we had to move, which that is never a good sign for me because I hate moving. Like, even now, as a 20-year-old now, moving scares the crap out of me, and it's one of the worst things that can happen to me. Change is very scary for a lot of people, but for me, it's almost like double of that. So when something changes like that big massive moment, I definitely take some time to myself, and definitely video games was my way to escape that type of stress and that type of anxiety. But I had to still pack up a bag. I still had to go and make sure that my stuff was packed up and ready to go. And so I wouldn't be able to see a lot of my game consoles as well as that PC for a long time. So I relied on a lot of other sources of media to keep me entertained for a couple of months. I remember watching a lot of Sonic X as well as this show called Pokemon, which was very interesting to me at the time. But as we were going through old stuff, we found a box, and with the box had a Sega Dreamcast in it. And one of the games on that system will change my gaming life forever. Sonic Adventure 2 means more to me than almost every other video game in my possession. Yep, even more than Kingdom Hearts 3, even more than Smash Bros. Melee, Sonic Adventure 2 is my game. I love Sonic Adventure 2. The story is super deep, especially super dramatic for this era of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's super crazy. And I love how most of these plot points ended up in the anime I love to watch, Sonic X, and it was super good there as well. There were 3 different types of gameplay styles, each with their own type of flavor, and it just made me feel alive every time I got to try out one of these new gameplay styles for the first time. And the music, oh my gosh, this music was so good. It felt super personal and felt like this was their character's theme song. Just listen for yourself. And it seems like this game is a fan favorite, as given the amount of fan dedication that a lot of people love with this game in particular. I mean, just look at this animation right here. In all honesty, this game is my #1 favorite video game of all time.
And that was my top 5 Sonic the Hedgehog games. Again, this is just my list, so I hope you guys can respect that. And let me know what your list is down below. I'm going to continue enjoying this nice, beautiful day. Hey, that's fun. Oh my gosh, this is fire!
We keep running, see me flying through the pods, and our enemies are praying for the drop. But we keep running, 'cause even when you're on top, gotta keep the speed going, never stop. Show you that we